What's up, everybody? I'm Awful, and I'm here with some basic tips on PvPing with the Ultra Greatsword weapon class. Hyper Armor is a game mechanic that Ultra Greatsword users are able to benefit from, as it prevents you from being staggered by an opponent's weapon during your swing. As you can see here, even though I eat the R1 from my opponent's Fume Ultra Greatsword, my weapon art attack continues uninterrupted and connects for some nice damage. This makes trading very favorable and many times an ideal strategy for Ultra Greatsword users. Running and rolling attacks do not allow for the same 2-hit combo potential as normal R1 attacks and utilize a priority system for the second swing. A player hit by a running or rolling R1 will be given swing priority regardless of weapon speed. So if your opponent has a faster weapon than you and you're hit by a rolling or running R1 and believe that your opponent will attempt to follow up, come out swinging and you will hit first, even with an Ultra Greatsword. The bread and butter of the Ultra Greatsword class is the fact that you are able to manually control the direction of your swing. After inputting an attack, simply hold the left thumbstick in the direction you wish to swing. This will allow you to cover the majority of angles surrounding you and even allows for 180-degree directional swinging. Sometimes simply facing away from your opponent will be enough to bait them into your attacks. Swing baiting is a concept in which you purposely misjudge the spacing between yourself and your opponent, causing them to try and capitalize on a perceived misplay when in reality you've already set up for a follow-up attack. As you see here, after throwing out an R1 as bait, my opponent closes in and I am able to easily reposition myself for a quick kill. You can also use your opponent's preconceived notions against them and use a form of R1 baiting I like to call stamina play. If your opponent thinks you can only swing a certain number of times, use that against them. Just a note that this is one of the riskiest forms of baiting and should be used with caution. Here's a few more examples of swing baiting with different attacks. While technically not a swing bait, the rolling attack feint is one of my favorite forms of baiting. Roll in towards your opponent as if to perform a rolling attack and simply delay your swing slightly. Your opponent will likely roll out to avoid the surprisingly quick Ultra Greatsword rolling stab, which should allow you to catch their roll with a quick R1. Since the Ultra Greatsword class is slower than many other weapon classes, your opponents will likely be quick enough to react to your swings and may end up off screen many of the times. If you are able to properly read your opponent and get a feel for the spacing created after an evasion, you will start to get the feel for landing blind hits on opponents who may not necessarily be in your field of view. I hope some of you picked up a new trick or two from watching this video. This was my first tutorial video and I had a ton of fun making it, so feel free to request some more weapon classes in the future. Thanks for watching, guys.